and got a big old bright full moon to work with.
I love this. My favorite full moon because the full moon's in Virgo and I'm a Virgo. But not only that, but because it's rising due in the east, which is what I think is very cool about it. So, and the full moon means we have finished up starting projects. Now we have to bring them to fruition. All the starting's done now, the actual work on bringing them to be. So for Pisces, it's more about what their partners have to say. And Pisces have been sort of besieged since November. Their partners have gone, Mars has been opposing their sign, and Pisces feel like everybody's yelling at them, and everybody is. But they get the opportunity over the next 14 days or so to deal with the issues and take the wind out of the partner sails and begin to acknowledge that, yeah, there's some things they need to do, but the Pisces has rights as well.
Good.
For Aries, for them, it is more about nailing down a work obligation and a work responsibility. And Aries have tried to throw a whole bunch of stuff up on the wall, and over the next 2 weeks or so, what doesn't stick falls off, you should let fall off. Because at the end of that 2 week period, your work circumstance is going to be better for the Aries, which is the upshot there. For Tauruses, they just want to have fun. They're at a very fertile, very creative time in their life. Jupiter is in their sign. They're expanding a bunch of things, but they're expanding things that are close to their heart, things they really enjoy doing. And this is more about what the Taurus finds gratification in doing, which is very cool, I think. And it's a good time for them with children. For Geminis, they need to straighten things out at home, and that's where the problem is for Geminis. And they have had a problem at home since November, and this week they finally see exactly what the problem really is, sort through, peel the onion, get to the bottom of it, and then be able to devise a plan to deal with those issues at home. For Cancers, the pace of their day-to-day living is picked up to warp speed, and they've got a variety of places to go, people to see, things to do. And Cancers have to learn to articulate what they want and need, because they think if you really loved me, needed me, cared about me, wanted me, you would know what I want, you would know what I need. But they need to be proactive and communicate what their needs are so that people in their environment can meet them. And tell Bill Connolly it's a good time to sign contracts.
All right, Bill, get them, buddy.
That's right. For Leos, they are spending a ton of money, and literally, they've been spending that money since November, but this week they go, hold on a minute, something's got to stop here, where they need to bring some order to the spending and some ending to the spending. And it's all stuff they need to do, but when they look at the cumulative thing and they add it up, it's like, man, I spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
For Virgos, it's about the Virgo. It's about the Virgo getting what the Virgo wants. It's about the Virgo getting what the Virgo needs. Virgos are uncommonly assertive, and they will be uncommonly assertive over the next 2 weeks or so. So I just think it's easier to give them what they want.
You going to come in here and kick us around?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
For Libras, it's a very frustrating time for Libras. This is a time Libras have to end up being behind at the scenes. They don't have any real ability to impact what is going on around them. So they just need to be quiet, let whatever's going around them go around them, and then when it's done, say, okay, now I can live with that. But it's, that's exactly right. Big size is what's going to happen with Libras. For Scorpios, time for them to get their friends, their colleagues, their co-workers, to help the Scorpio achieve a long-standing hope, wish, goal, or objective. And it's going to take a group effort rather than an individual one. Sagittarians are in the professional spotlight for one reason or another. They are trying very hard to straighten out, is the right word, their professional obligations, what is expected of them, what they're going to get paid to do, and what they aren't going to do anymore. And it's time to let the things go that they do out of the goodness of their heart, that there's no remuneration for. And it's just because Sagittarians want to do a good job. For Capricorns, legal, educational, important matters at a distance, all are favored over the next 2 weeks or so in contracts and negotiations. And Capricorns can really shake out a pretty good deal for themselves because the law's on their side, and when the law's on your side, you want to use it. You don't have to club people over the head. You just want to quote the law to get what it is that you want. And then the last sign is Aquarians, and they have been spending a ton of money, and they've been spending money because they had to repair stuff, to put money into something rather than, ooh, look, I'm buying a bunch of outfits for myself. And they may have combined it with somebody else's resources, and that also comes to an end because now this month they're going to want the next 2 weeks or so a detailed accounting of that. So tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac.
And that full moon shining
big
bright
old,
for
big
us.
and bright full moon. The moon is actually full at 4:30 this morning, so tonight is really the night of the full moon, and big and bright.
Yep, and we'll be looking at it.
And we
bright
have to,
early
you know,
morning
because
on the
we're getting
way
ready
in.
for Mercury retrograding next week.
Next week. So
Next
you'll
week.
be here, what, on Wednesday? Will it start on Wednesday? When does it start?
I knew you would ask that question. It actually starts, the retrograde starts on Tuesday the 12th, so.
So we'll be
or
in it when you
Tuesday-
get here next time.
Monday the 12th, right. We will be in the retrograde, and I'll tell everybody where they can expect that to be. But finish stuff up now if you can.
Get her
Well,
done.
exactly.
See you next week.
Always a pleasure.